Hello everyone. Stop painting details first. This one mistake is why your watercolor looks flat. Most beginners jump straight into color, but without light and value, everything looks muddy. Watch this. I start with black and white to control light, shadow, and balance. This step trains your eye to see depth. No color yet, just value, shape, and mood. Now I add color on top of the values. See how the painting suddenly feels alive? Don't paint details first. Build light, then color, then details. If you want the full step-by-step process, watch the full tutorial on this video. For this painting, I'm using Ultramarine Blue, Cerulean Blue, Payne's Gray, Burnt Sienna, Yellow Ochre, Lemon Yellow, and Sap Green. I'm using 3 brushes only. One soft brush, a medium round brush, and a small detail brush. I'm also using fine line watercolor paper. You can see all the colors here on the side. Let's start with the sky. Keep your brush gentle. Don't press too hard. I'm mixing Cerulean Blue with a little Ultramarine Blue to get a soft, calm tone. We want a smooth, light sky, not strong colors. When you paint, try not to move your hand too fast. Slow and soft movements help the color blend naturally. This keeps the painting clean and peaceful. Now I'll paint the mountains. I'm mixing ultramarine with a little purple to create depth. Because the sky is already light, the mountains should stay soft too, not too dark. Before adding leaves, I leave some white spaces. These white areas help the trees feel alive and full of light. Now I'm working wet on wet for the trees below. First, I add clean water. Then I mix Sap Green with Payne's Gray for depth. I add a bit more Sap Green and finally a touch of Yellow Ochre for warmth. The darkest tones go on top, and lighter tones stay near the bottom. For the ground, I start with a light wash of Yellow Ochre. Then I mix Burnt Sienna with it for warmth. Using a dry brush, I add small textures. Then soften everything with water. For the tree, I start with lemon yellow. Then I add a second layer using burnt sienna to create depth and shadow. Now I add branches using Payne's gray. Don't overdo it. Less is more. I add small highlights where light naturally hits. This helps the painting feel alive and balanced. For the house, I mix Payne's gray with ultramarine and lots of water. Before the paint dries, I gently add darker areas near the bottom. Then I start adding small details where needed. I carefully draw the windows without adding water, using a detail brush and pure Payne's gray. Now I paint the door using the same method. For the roof, I start with lemon yellow for light areas. Then I add burnt sienna for shadows. I leave some white space to keep the light natural. I add final branch details under the trees. Watch how small lines can change the whole painting. Now I add shadows, using Payne's gray and ultramarine. I soften them with water to keep everything natural and balanced. I add thin lines to the roof. The closer to light, the softer the lines should be. I repeat soft layers on the ground to give it depth and texture. Using white acrylic markers, I add small highlights. If you don't have markers, you can use thick paint instead. I hope this helped you understand light, tone, and color harmony. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. And if you enjoy watercolor tutorials like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.